La-be-doo, la-be-da. Hey guys, I'm currently editing that video with the region zone lines, and boy oh boy is it painful to watch. I made so many mistakes. My brain must have been frazzled. But anyways, I'm back with Rat Run Part 4, and actually for this video, I'm doing a little bit of an experiment. Look at this. Look at this. And so I've actually got the microphone on my headset and this microphone. I'm recording both on OBS and here. So I'm gonna see which mic is better. Maybe I'll switch between the two, who knows. Unfortunately, there's a problem with OBS. I can split the audio from, like, I can do multiple channels of audio and separate them. For recording stuff on my headset, I cannot do that, so that sucks. But anyways, here we are. We got some lore right here. There is something about this rat. It's as if she's actually keen to do well, regardless of the cupcakes. It's almost like she knows what we're working towards. Elliot finalized the one-way doors this morning, which will be tested in the blue maze. Whoa! Alright. Now, let's have a read of the rules. Rat Run 4, Borderline, by Marty Sears. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits 1 to 9, 1 sheets in every row, column, and every 3 by 3 box, marked with the dotted lines. So, let me show you these dotted lines, those ones. So, every row, that's a column. Every row, column, and marked 3 by 3 box must have the digits 1 to 9, once each. Aim of the experiment. Finkz the rat must reach the cupcake by finding a path through the maze. The path will be a snaking line that passes through the centers of cells without visiting any cell more than once, crossing itself, or passing through any thick maze walls. Diagonal moves are not possible in this maze. That's a first. Oh yeah, there's nowhere where a diagonal move could be made. Oh, I don't have the line tool. Hold on. Where is it? Where is that? Oh, I'm dumb. It's called the pen tool, not the line tool. Okay. So yeah, there's nowhere where a diagonal move is possible. There's always either a wall or a round wall spot. Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna change the color to pink. I feel like pink and blue go nice together. Black currents. Cells connected by a black current have a 1-to-2 ratio. One is double the other. Not all possible black currents have been given. So, basically, if this were a 2, then this would either be a 1, because 2 is double 1, or it would be a 4, because 4 is double 2. One is double the other. And it says not all possible black currents have been given. That basically means, like, this could be 2 and 4. Like, just because there's not a black dot there doesn't mean this can't be in a 1-to-2 ratio. That's what that means. Let me get rid of these bad boys. One-way doors. Finkz may only pass directly through a purple arrow if moving in the direction the arrow is pointing. An arrow always points to the smaller of the 2 digits. So this is basically like an inequality sign. The alligator always eats the bigger digit. And Finkz can only go through it if it's going in the way the arrow's pointing. So Finkz can't go like that. It's the wrong way. It's the wrong direction. It's a one-way door, buddy old pal. Okay. Test and strain. In this experiment, the correct path must be a valid region sum line. Hey, I just did one of those. I just did a video about region sum lines. I.e., box borders, dotted lines will divide the path into segments which each have the same sum. So basically, if Finkz took this path, then the box borders would divide the line into different segments. So we'll say that there's a, well, we'll mark this clearly. So basically, oh, hi Cleo, bye Cleo. So basically, this becomes a region, this becomes a region, and this becomes a region. And also this will once it escapes, it will create its own region. And basically, the numbers within this region have a sum. You add them all together, you get a digit. That number has to be the same as the number that these 3 digits sum to. So if this is 2 and 4, then the sum is 6, which means that these have to add up to 6, which the only way to do that would be 1, 2, 3, and you'd have to do that here too, which means you'd have 5 of 1, 2, and 3 in this column, which would work. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty goofy. Pretty goofy indeed. Okay. Test constraint. Oh wait, didn't I just read that? Yeah, I just read that. Okay. So I'm gonna solve this. Do you like my background? Isn't that a cool background? I'm gonna solve this, guys. I'm gonna solve it. So if you want to play this puzzle for yourself, there's gonna be a link down in the description. But anyways, I'm gonna do it. It's my turn. I get to do it. So don't complain to me if you spoil it. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay. So I didn't really explain what I was doing there. So Finkz is gonna have to get to the cupcake, and there's only one way into the cupcake, and it's through this cell, and she's gonna have to go bam bam. We don't know if she comes from here or if she comes from here, but we do know that she ends up here and she goes down there. And now we know that this right here is... Sorry, I just noticed the reflection of the fan on those containers. This right here, this is a region. You like my southern coming out right now? This is a region, and it's 2 cells long, which means the max it can have is 9 and 8 in here, which sums to 17. So the max that the sum of the region sum can be is 17. What else can we deduce? We know that Finkz isn't going to be coming in through here. So if she does come from up here, then it's going to be it's going to be something weird. If she comes from up here. Oh, Finkz is never going this way because she won't be able to go through this pathway, so she's never going to go down there. But she could come around this way. That'd be a 6 long region, though. That's kind of crazy. Is that even possible? Hold on. Just 1 to 6 sum to 21. And that is bigger than 17, so no. She can never enter this area. Like with 5, this is 15. That is possible, but then she would take this right here as well. So coming all the way down and up, that's 6 or more cells on the region, and that'd be 21 or greater, which is bigger than 17. So she can't go through here. She certainly can't go through here. I guess if she were to go into this box, she would, so say she came up this way and she went over and down, she wouldn't be able to go to the cupcake, because then that would be like, that would be 6. She'd spend 6 time in this box in one go and that's a no-no, but she could instead go down through here. And that would be 5, and that'd be fine. That's 15. What else? What other conclusions can we come to? If she goes down here, she can't go through there. So she goes down further. She could either... Actually, she couldn't... Well, could she? I guess she could go whoop. I don't know why she'd do that, but she could. She can also go all the way down. Okay. If she comes out this way, for the same reason that Finkz can't come boom, 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 boom. She can't have come from... Yeah, it's the same thing. She can't have done that. So, the fact that she can't do that means she can't have done that. I'm so good at explaining things, guys. So if she does come from up here, and since she can't ever enter this area right here, that means she will have come from down here. And if that's the case, that means that this is a segment. So that's 2 2-cell segments in the same box. And if this were 7 9, then this couldn't be 7. What? If this were 8 9, then this couldn't be 8 9 as well to make 17. Which would mean there wouldn't be another option to make 17. So if that is the case, then, well, the sum isn't 17, is it? Right. I guess she can never go this way, because if she does, then she has to go up, and then over, and then over, and then down. She definitely can't do that, and she also can't do that. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cells. So she's not going that way. And if she were to go up and then down, she'd run into herself. She's not doing that. If she does this, and it's the same as if she comes from here. I guess. Oh, she could come up. She could have come up and do that. Dang it. That'd be a 4-cell segment. Whoa there, buddy. Whoa there, buddy. Buddy old pal. You calm your titties, freaking microphone. She goes up. She could go. She could do that. But then she'd have to go. Oh, no, she couldn't. Oh, she can never enter right here. Because if she enters right here, she comes down. She can't go through the door the wrong way, so she'd have to go down more. And then she'd have to enter this area where she would take up 6 cells in a box in one go, which is a no-no. So she can never go down that. So she's either exiting this box from here or from here. So if she goes up and over this way, she would then come down and have to go this way. And then that would be 6 here. So she's not doing that. She's either going straight down or she's going up and over. If she goes straight down and she goes over, oh wait, if she goes straight down and she goes over, she could go up and then back over that way. That'd be crazy, but it's possible because this is only 5 digits. And this would be 4 right here. But the X suggests that she wouldn't be able to do that. So I need to... Because the X means that she can't cross that from this way, but she could cross it going the other way in that. I don't think she's going to do that, but I can't really rule it out. I guess what I can say is she's never. Well, but no, yeah, she would do that in that scenario. What the frizzle dizzle, bro? If she does this, that means that the sum is a 1-digit number, which means we could never have a 4-cell segment, because at the minimum a 4-cell segment can add up to is 10, and the highest digit we can have in a single cell is 9. Like my hand gestures, you can't usually see those. I don't even know if I usually do those. I think my hand's usually on a keyboard because I'm usually closer. Oh, there's not sufficient disk space available. Are you cracking me? Hold on. I gotta do some chicanery. Sudoku. Where are you seeing? Oh, yeah, you want a glimpse? Look at all this. And I'm not even able to download this one. Or this one. I can't download either of these yet. Because I'm still editing this segment. It's ridiculous. Redonkulous even. What's that one? Is that part 3? Oh, I don't need these. Get out of here. Those were me testing the microphone. I was trying to figure out a good gain percentage so that you don't hear the background noise that you usually hear, but I don't think I've figured out a good method. Heck yeah. I haven't done my Python for today yet. Should we do a lesson? List length. The length of a list can be calculated using the len function. It takes an iterable, such as a string or list, and returns the number of items. Len supercalifragilisticexpialidocious has 34 characters. Oh, so you can do a list or just a string. Okay. So I'm guessing inventory is list. So then I should like length. What? Why'd I press F11? Equals len. Inventory. Oh, that's not where my mouse is. Return. Wait, no, wait, I'm thinking of print visual. Return length. I spelled length wrong, but I spelled it wrong both times, and we're good. Did I do it right? Oh. Hold on. -1. I don't know why we're doing -1, but we are. Yippee! Okay, we did it. Now this on F11 ourselves. That's definitely the wrong button. That one. Yes. Let's go back to see if our Bingle Bongle Dingle Dangle has uploaded yet. It has. Now we can go ahead and delete it from here. We can empty our recycling bin. And we can begin recording again. Huzzah. You guys like seeing some behind the scenes? It's absolutely beautiful. Okay. We're back. We're back, baby. This mic can hear me again. Still don't know which one will be better. Okay. I don't know why I drew this. Oh, saying that this would be 1. Which means we would never enter a 4 long segment. And I think that's possible. I think it's possible to never enter a 4 long segment. Like that, for example. There's not a 4 long segment anywhere. Oh, actually, never mind. There is right here. So that's a no-no. If we go up there, that's definitely a no-no. So if we come down, we go through here. Yeah, if we go up here, we could go up, but that would be 5. That's a no-no. So we come down here. We have to turn. We either go over here, which would make 5, well, a 6 actually. Or we come up here and it would turn this segment into a 4-length segment. So I would say that we can't go through this junction here, because that would make it have to equal 1. It'd have to equal a 1-digit total. So that means we're coming from here. And you can't come from up here, because that would equal 6. So we're coming from down here. Meaning what I was saying before is true. We now have two cell segments in this box, so the total is not 17. But it's at least 10. Because the minimum of 4 cell segment to be is 10. Now, where do we come from? Where do we go? Where do we come from, Billy-Eyed Joe? Can this be 4, 8? That equals 12. And we're adding at least 1 and 2, which is 3. That's 15. We'll make this 15. And then these, I think these could both add up to 15. So, yeah, maybe. Watch, editing me is gonna be like, what are you talking about, past cozy? How dare you? That's so stupid. Why are you so stupid, past cozy? And then they might add a little text right over here saying how I'm wrong and why I'm wrong. Anyways. I don't think we can ever enter here, because that takes up 5 in a row, and it comes from either here or here, making it 6. So I don't think we can ever enter that from either side, because the same thing would happen from either side. Also, Finkz doesn't go up here anymore, because she crashed into herself. So she's got to go down. And down again. If she were to go up, she would go over here and crash into herself again, so she's got to go down more. She has to turn because there's a wall. She can't go into there because of what we just talked about, so she's got to go up. She can't go this way, that's the wrong way through the door, so she's got to go up and over. If she were to go up, she would get trapped. So she's got to go down, and then over, up, over, down. Okay. Oh, and we already have a 4 segment right here, meaning it's at minimum 10. So if we were to turn right here, we'd have a 1 here, which is at maximum 9. That doesn't work. So we've got to go down, Down again, over. If we go this way, oh, it could be 5. It could be 5. Well, 5 is still okay. Let's see. Cleo. Fine, be that way. If she does do this, then that's a minimum of 15 right here. And since there's 2 right here, there's two digit segments that have to add to the same sum. It can't be 17 because there's only one pair of digits that can add to 17. And 16, I think there's only one pair for as well. I think it's 7, 9. Oh yeah, the other would be 8, 8, and you can't have 2 8s because of Sudoku. So 16, oh, so that's a rule. So the maximum that these can be is already 15. So if we go through here, that just means the sum is 15. Oh, but we've got 4 2 segments here. There's not 4 ways to make 15. So it can't be 15. We've got to go up and over and up. And if we go to either of these cells, it makes it 5. So we've got to go up and up. And if we go up, we must go over. We can't go up because of the wall. We'd have to go down. That would make it 5 cell segment right here. So we can't do that. We've got to go over. If we go down, we get trapped. So we've got to go up, over, down. If we go over, we get trapped. So we've got to complete the path. Now, 14. How many ways can you make 14? 9 and 6. Nope. 9 and 5. 8 and 6. That's only 2. Okay. 13. How many ways can you make 13? 9 and 4. 8 and 5. 9 and 4. 8 and 5. 7 and 6. That's 3. Okay. 12. We've got 9 and 3, 8 and 4, 7 and 5, and then 6 and 6. 6 and 6 doesn't work. So 11. 9 and 1, 8 and 3, 7 and 4, 6 and 5. So the maximum this can be. Whoa, buddy, old pal. Since there's 4 2-digit segments added to the same thing, the maximum they can be is 11. And since we have a 4-cell segment right here, the minimum it can be is 10. Which, by the way, also has 4 different things that could add up to it. 1, 9, 2, 8, 3, 7, and 4, 6. So how do we determine whether it's 10 or 11? Well, I guess what we can say is it is 10 or 11. If this were 4 and 8, this would equal 12 right here, and we'd have to add another thing. So it's already higher than 11. So this can't be 4, 8. It's 1, 2. It's 1, 2, 2, 4, or 3, 6. Should we pencil mark that? These are 1, 2, 4, or 3, 6. Yeah. But here, also if it is 3, 6, it's 9. And so we'd have to put 1 or 2 right here. In fact, we have to put 2 right here, making 11, and this would have to be a 1. And this would have to be a 10. Wait a second. If this is 3, 6, then this equals 9. And since the sum is either 10 or 11, that means this would have to be 1 or 2. It wouldn't be able to be 1 because it has to be greater than this digit because of the door. And 1 isn't greater than any other Sudoku digit, so it would have to be 2, making the sum 11. And also making this 1 because that's the only digit that's less than 2. The only Sudoku digit that's less than 2. And if this is 1, and the new sum is 11, that means this has to add up to 11, so we have to add 10 to 1 to get 11, and 10 is not a Sudoku digit, so this can't be 3, 9. Oh wait, 3, 9, 3, 6 I mean. So this is 1, 2, or 4, meaning there is a 2 on it. It's either 1, 2, or 2, 4. So that's pretty goofy. If it's 2, 4, then that's 6. Meaning this is either 4 or 5. That's not as restricted. But this... I definitely don't think this can be 3, 6, because that's 9. And this would have to sum to 1 or 2. And we definitely can't sum to 1. And in order for it to sum to 2, it would have to be 2 1s. And that's just preposterous. So this is not 3, 6. And it's not 4, 8, because 12, yada yada. So it's 1, 2, or 4. There's 1, 2, or 2, 4. Which means it does have a 2 on it. And if it is 2, 4, this equals 6. Which means this either has to sum to 4 or 5. And if it's 2, 4, it can't sum to 5. Because what we need to sum to 5 is 2, 3. Which we can't do 2, 3 because the 2 would be over here. Or 1, 4, which we couldn't do because the 4 would be over here. So it would have to sum to 4, which would be 1, 3. Which means either this is 1, 2, or this is 2, 4, and this is 1, 3. Which means no matter what, 1 is on this segment. Which is interesting. Should I mark that? I don't think I should. So if this is 2, 4, this is 1, 3. If this is 1, 2, this is sums to 3, which means this would have to sum to 8 or 7, and there's a billion options to do that. What we got right here. Right here, this is a 4 length segment. So we can use the same logic to determine that it's 1, 2, or 2, 4, meaning that there is a 2 on it. And if there's a 2 on it, that means that covers the 2 in this column, meaning there's not a 2 right here. 1 second. Yeah, I'm gonna move real quick. Where are you? There you are. Please tell me that you caught that last bit of it. Just that last bit where I deduced that that's not a 2. Recording again. Huzzah. You hear all that? You guys like seeing some behind this? It's horrible. 21 minutes already. Oh my goodness. I can see myself in the reflection of the window. Whoa. Come on. Just the... Oh. Oh, okay, I took off my headset. I just walked. Wait, why did it... Because what we need to sum to 5 is 2, 3. Yeah, 3. Which means no matter. Which means this would have to sum to 8. Ooh, right here. Ah, yes. This is where we were. 1 second. Okay, good. And immediately disconnected from my house. Okay. Anyways. Round 2, boys and girls, and in between pearls. I don't know. Guys, girls, and in between pearls. Pearlescent moon. I keep seeing myself in the reflection and thinking it's a cat. It's crazy though, that was already 21 more minutes in addition to the last 22. How am I doing what? I'm not playing a game. Well, right now I'm not playing a game. I was playing a game. I left the freaking door open. What does Scooby-Doo? Summarize, analyze, and get up to speed with files in this folder. I'm gonna go close the door. Like YouTube chapters? Okay. Oh, and you... Hello? Oh, there we go. Ding dong. That's the wrong button. And we're back. Again. Okay. So, that's not a 2. Which means that this little bad boy is a 2. So that's pretty interesting. So either this is 3, and this is, okay, if it's 3, then this is either 7 or 8 to make 11. But if this is 6, then this is either to make 10 or 11. If this is 6, then this is either 4 or 5 to make 10 or 11. Oh, and this can't be a 2 because that's a 2. So that's pretty epic soup sauce. Which means that this is a 2. So now these have to sum to, but there's so many things that could sum to 7 or 8. But they can't have a 2. So that means if this is 1, 3. No. If this is, what? If this is 2, 4, then this has to be 1 and 3. We have a 1, 4 pair right here. That means this can't be a 4. But if this is a 4, then this is 6. And this either has to sum to 1 or it either has to sum to 5 or 4. And if it were to sum to 5, it would either need a 2 or need a 1 and a 4, meaning nothing could go here. So it's not going to sum to 5, which means it is going to sum to 4. The only 2 digits we could use to sum to 4 are 1 and 3. Which would mean this is a 4, which would mean this is a 1, which would mean this is a 3 and this is a 1. Which would mean, since this is summing to 4, this is 6, that means the sum is 10. And this would be a 1, this would be 3, which means this would be a 7. So that's pretty interesting. Also, we have a 1, 2, 4 triple right here. If this is 1, this has to sum to 7 or 8. Actually, if this is 1, then this is 4. This is 6. Which means this has to be 5 because it can't be 4. Which means the sum is 11. Which means this has to sum to 8. Ding dong. I disagree. Oh, here's a fact. This sums to 11. This sums to 11. This sums to 11. And this sums to 11. That means that all of these we have 11 4 times here. It's 11 times 4. That's 44. The sum of the digits 1 to 9, which is what we're going to have in this box, is 45. So if all of these is 44, we just have one cell left. What we need to add up to 45. And so this must be a 1. Dingar Bobby. Wow. Okay, dokie. Oh wait, but it's not 11, not necessarily 11. Hold on. It's 11, it's 10 or 11. So, for 10 would be 40. So this would be 5. So this is either 1 or 5. Oh my goodness, I almost made another one of those silly mistakes. So if this, that would be 20, and these would have to add up to they'd have to add up to 25. Right? Because this is 10, and this is 10, that's 20. We need to get to 45, so these would have to add up to 25. If we did 9, 8, and 7, which are the max we could do to fill the rest of these digits, that would be 9 plus 8 is 17, plus 7. Just double checking, that's 24. So we can't get to 25. Which means that the sum is 11. Which means that this is 1. And if that's a 4, then this equals 6. And this cannot equal 5. Because it would need a 2 or a 1 and a 4. So this cannot be 4. This has to be 1. Which means that this is 4. This adds up to 6, so this is 5. This is now a 1-2 pair, so it does not have a 4. We no longer need that corner pencil mark. This is a 3 or a 4. And since the sum is 11, that means this is a 7 or an 8 right here. To sum with a 3 or 4 to make 11. This is 3. So these have to sum to 8. They're not 4, 4. And they're not 2, 6. Oh yeah, they're not 1, 7. They're not 2, 6. They could be 3, 5. But they're not 4, 4. So they have to be 3, 5. Which means this is not a 3. So it has to be a 4. And this has to be a 7 to add the 11. These need the remaining digits, which are 6, 8, and 9. Not that kind of digit. Alright, these need to sum to 8. They can't be 1, 7, they can't be 2, 6, they can't be 4, 4, so they've got to be 3 and 5. So the 5's got to go here. Not that kind of digit. The 5's got to go here. The 3's got to go here. This needs to sum to 11. And his options are 2, 9, 3, 8, can't be 3, 8. 4, 7, it could be 4, 7 if this is 4 and this is 7. So we will put that in. 5, can't be 5, 8. Wait, 5, 8? I mean, 5, 6, can't be 5, 6. And that's it. Those are our options. This has to sum to 11. And it can't have a 1, a 2. Oh, yeah, all the low digits have been used. So these are from 6, 7, 8, or 9. If this is 9, if this is 9, this has to be 2 to add up to 11. And it can't be 2 because there's a 2 right here. The 2 right there, you can't see my hand through the screen. It's weird like that. So that means this can't be a 9. If this is an 8, then this is a 3. If it's a 7, this is a 4, and it can't be a 6, because this would need to be a 5, and there's a 5 right there. So this is not a 6. 1, 2, 3, 5. Is there any other way to get 11 from 4 digits? Then 1, 2, 3, 5. What if we did 1, 2? What if we did 1, 3, 4, 5? It's 4, 8, plus 5. I don't think there's any other way to do it. Am I right about that? Six to get to 11 would need 5. And then you can't do that with 3 digits. With 3 distinct digits. 4, 5 would do the 1, 2, 3, 4. You would need 7, which would be 1, 2, 4. So you'd have double 4. So that won't work. 3 would need 8, which would have 5 or 4. So it'd be the same thing. Yes, 3 would need to be 1, 2, 5. Just like we have up here. So yeah, I think it's gotta be 1, 2, 3, 5. Pretty goofy. That's fine. So the rest of these are 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. This can't have a 9 because half of 9 is 4.5, which isn't a Sudoku digit, and double 9 is 18, which isn't a Sudoku digit. Can't be 7 because half of it is 3.5, double it is 14, neither of those are Sudoku digits. Can't be a 6 because half of 6 is 3, and 3 isn't available to be on the other side, and double 6 is 12, which is the Sudoku digit. So that is a 4-8 pair, which means these can't have 4 or 8, and this has to be greater than this, which has to be greater than this, which means it's going in order of greatest of lowest to greatest, which means it goes 6, 7, 9. Pretty cool. Oh, and since that's a 7, that means that this is an 8, which means that this is a 3. This is no longer able to be a 6 or an 8. This is no longer able to be an 8. And this is no longer able to be an 8 or a 9. Oh, and this is no longer able to be a 3. Or these are no longer able to be a 3. Pretty spooky. Okay. This has to equal 11, which means it has to be 1, 2, 3, 5. But since we've got a 1, 2 pair right there, that means these can't be 1 or 2, which means we've got a 3, 5 pair right here, which means these can't be 3 or 5. And now we have another 1, 2 pair. Huzzah! Hooray! Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. The rest of this row, column, the rest of this column are 6, 7, 8, and 9. 1, since it's right here and right here, 1 is up here, and it can't be the bigger of the two on the one-way door, so 1 has to be right here, and that puts 1 in either this spot or this spot in box 3. 3 is right here because there's 3 in this column, a 3 in this column, a 3 in this row, and a 3 in this row. So the only spot available for 3 is right here. And then the rest of the digits are just 6, 7, 8, and 9. We can knock 7 out of this. And this can't be a 6, because 6 is not greater than any of those digits. And this cannot be a 9, because 9 is not smaller than any of those digits. And my earring just fell out. There's a cat howling. 1 second. Of course you had to disconnect and stop recording. You just had to. Anytime I take off my headset, it just has to disconnect from the computer and stop recording. So I gotta get those both back up and running again. Right then. That's where we... Let's see. 3s. Oh, this can't be a 5 because it's on a black dot. Double 5 is 10 and half of 5 is 2.5. Neither of those are eligible, so this is a 3 and this is a 5. And this is a 6. So this can no longer be a 3. And these can no longer be a 5. We now have a 1, 2 pair in this row, so this can't be a 1 or a 2, meaning it is a 3. We now have a 1, 2, 5 triple right there. Oh, this isn't a... Oh, neither of these are a 6. Which means 6 is in one of these places, which means this isn't a 6. And now we have an 8, 9 pair right here, which means this is a 6. Pretty gooby, if you ask me. Now then. This is 7, 8, or 9. Oh, there's a 7 and a 9 right there. So it's gotta be 8. This has gotta be 9. And this is now a 6, 7 pair. Can't have 8 or 9. Which means this can't be 7. So we've got an 8, 9 pair right here. Meaning these are from 1, 6, 7, and 4. I'm not gonna mark that. This is an 8. So that means this is a 9. Which means that this is an 8. This cannot be a 9. Which means this cannot be a 2. What we have left for here is 4, 7, and 9. Which means this is a 4. Because it can't be 7 or 9. That's a 4. Yeah, each 4 we just placed are useless. This is 7, 9 pair. Rightio. This has to sum to 11. It has options 2, 9. Except for that can't be a 2. So this can't be a 9. It has 3. Nope, can't be 3, 8 because of this 8. It's got 4, 7 available to it. And can't be 5, 6 because of this 6. So now we have a 2, 4, 7, 9 quadruple right here. So we've got the digits 3, 5, 6, and 8 left. This can't be a 6 or an 8, which means this can't be a 3 or a 5. Okay, 9 isn't in this row. It can't be on a 3-digit region because the sum is 11. If we were to put 9 here, we would need 2, so it would be 2 1s. So 9 can't be over here. So that means the 9 is in here somewhere. And it's not there apparently. So that means that 9 is on this region sum. It is on this region. And 9 has to go with a 2, so it's 9, 2. And now, well, we know that there's a 2 here or here. And we know that there's a 2 here or here. So if this is a 2, then this is a 2. And if this is a 2, then this is a 2. Either way, both these rows have their 2. Which means in this box, 2 can't go in either of those 2 rows. So it can't be right here. Which means this can't be 9. And it means the only spot left for 2 to go in this box is right here. And it's on a 2-cell region, so it has to go with 9, which is right here. Which then means that this is a 2. And that means that this is a 9. That means that this is a 1. Which means that this is a 2. This is a 7. I'm gonna have to figure out how to turn off these red digits. The red digits are doing a lot of heavy lifting right now. It's a 9. This isn't a 2. Alright, we now have a 4, 7 pair right here. So the rest of the digits in this row are 1, 3 and 5. And this can't be a 3 yet. We're doing a lot of heavy lifting. It means that this sums to either 10 or 6. If this is a 1, then this sums to 10. It can't be 1, 9 because we just used the 1 right there. It can't be 2, 8 because there's an 8 right there. It can't be 3, 7 because there's a 3 and a 7. But it could be a 4, 6, so that's completely fine. If this is 5, this sums to 6, which is either 1, 5 or 2, 4. It can't be 2, 4, so it would have to be 1, 5, and that one works. So this is a 1. This is a 2. This is a 5. This is a 1. This is not a 1. Excuse you. This can't be 1, 9. Can't be 2, 8. Can't be 3, 7. It has to be 4, 6. There's a 4 right there, which means it's 4. Excuse you. 4 and 6. This digit has to be lower than 4. It's not 1 or 2, so it's 3. Which makes this 5. This has to be higher than 6, and it's not 7 or 9, so it's 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 7. This is a 3. This is a 5. 5 has to pair with 6, so this is a 6. This is an 8. This is a 1. This is a 2. Oh, that can't be a 1 anymore, so this is a 1. This is not a 1. Piano sauce soup. This is 4, 6, 7. Well, this can't be a 6 or a 7, so it's a 4. Which means this is 6 or 7. These are from 2. Oh, the 2's right here. 5. There's 5 right there, so this is 5. And the final one is 9. Alright. Pixels, this isn't 5, 6. Could be 2, 9. If this is a 2 and this is a 9. Can't be 3, 8. It could be 4, 7. Oh, these are solved. This is a 3. This is a 5. And I could honestly just do Sudoku for the rest, because using Sudoku, I can see that there's a 1 right here. This has to equal 10. It's not 1, 9. It's not 2, 8. It's not 3, 7. So it's got to be 4, 6. There's a 6 right there, so that means this is a 6. And this is a 4. Which means this is a 4. And this is a 7. We got a 4 here, 4 here. This isn't a 4, so this is a 4. Right? So this can no longer be 4, 7, because that's a 4. So this has to be 2, 9, which means the 2 does go here. And the 9 does go here. This is an 8. This is a 4. This is a 7. This is a 9. This row needs 7 and 8. There's an 8 right there, so this is an 8. And this is 7. Row 9 needs 3. And it's gotta go right here. And 5. This is 6. This is 7. This is 6. And finally, we need the digits 7 and 8. There's an 8 right there, so 8 goes right here. And this is 7. Bingo! Yay, congrats. Experiment completed successfully. Cells visited 41. Black currency in 3. One-way doors used 1. Finkz displayed caution around the unfamiliar one-way doors and correctly identified those that she should be avoided. Oh, no, that's... Are you serious? I just finished. Like, I'm just wrapping things up, bro. Why do you gotta do that? But yeah, that was my bad. She correctly identified those that she I tried to do it again. And correctly identified those that should be avoided. Black currants himself. Oh my golly gonkers. Black currant consumption remained optimal. Experiment 5 to go ahead next week as planned. It's a brilliant puzzle, absolutely magnificent. It took me 77 minutes. But honestly, that probably would have gone faster for all the interruptions. I'd probably have a better time. Anywho, that was part 4 of I'm subconsciously talking to this mic, but this mic isn't picking up anything right now. Well, it is, but it's not being recorded. But anyways, that was Rat Run Part 4. There's gonna be a link to it in the description. But I've got one last thing to say to you. Stay cozy.